This is where we're sleeping, in these mountains, in our yurt. It has started to snow. Wow.
It's like settling on our car.
It is. I want to show you the outside. Look at this. What are we doing here?
I think tomorrow it could get about 5 inches, not gonna lie. It's a bit less snow than there was.
That was lightning. Well, it's now 9 PM and the snow has not stopped. We're gonna go to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. It's 6:30 in the morning. Maybe about a couple of hours ago, the whole place has gone down with electricity. We didn't have our heater. Don't have any signal now, but we have been woken up by a nice surprise, which is what Elliot has described as the most beautiful thing he's ever seen. Would you look at this? How good. So our challenge is going to be to leave.
God.
There's sort of me walking into the snow to show you how thick it is. I can put my entire hand in the snow. Up to my wrist. We are going to go and assess the quality of the roads. But look, you can see there's horses up on the hill.
They're just chilling.
Yeah. I mean, these trees and the river down there are amazing. Here are the roads. It's not looking too bad, actually. The road looks fine. Obviously, we'll be cautious of any black ice or anything. Not too bad, eh?
This might be lucky.
We might be lucky. As long as we can get up this very short ramp.
It's all right.
It's cows. It's cows.
It's cows.
Cows are going towards our yurt. Okay, this is the dilemma we're having. So, Elliot thinks we could theoretically walk up to Kolsai to see the lake we saw yesterday.
Because I don't want to drive right now.
We could walk, it's 2.5 kilometres, up into those mountains up there. So let's go and see if our yurt has been attacked by livestock. Smush the boot. Wow. That's so... Look how thick that is on top of the car. So our hosts have very kindly brought us some tea, well, tea bags for the tea, some bread and some vegetables and omelette for breakfast, which looks absolutely amazing. So we're going to have that in our yurt, and then we're going to do some shoveling with the car. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's really good, isn't it? Just what we needed. Ooh, big spin. Big spin here. Go forward. Yeah.
You drive.
Yeah.
You push.
It's as soon as it gets onto the snow from where it was parked, really, the front wheel.
We just need to get both wheels onto the snow.
Yeah, just with some pace. Wow, that is seriously spinning. Alright, let's push this up to the road. Oh. Well, we're not really needing to push it, to be honest. We're on the road. Rehmet. So here we go. We are now on the road. So we are going to try and drive back up to Kolsay Lake, where we were yesterday.
Here we go.
So we've arrived in the car park at Kolsai. Look at the blue sky over there. It's so like light.
I want to get a picture over there now.
This is genuinely one of the most incredible things we've each ever seen. Look at that. The sky, the mountains out there, and then just like the forest with the trees all over. I mean, this blue, I don't understand. This colour of the sky is just amazing. Because we don't have signal, we don't really know what the temperature is. Wow, wow, wow. Should we go and have a look at the lake?
Yeah.
Let's go. Look at those horses down there just on the hill. Come to Kazakhstan. You can go to interesting cities, you can go to Mars, and you can go to the North Pole. And here we are. That's crazy. I genuinely cannot believe this is what has occurred. The sequence of events that has led us here.
I didn't even think it'd snow, so...
You can just about see some really tall peaks, can't you, beyond where the forest is. So there we go. Science Elliot believes that because the ground is warmer than the planks, the true amount of snow we had is on the planks. And we think that is about 10, possibly even 12 inches. 12. There's my hand. I mean, that is just crazy. Easily the biggest amount of snow we've seen. You can have a taste. What's the verdict?
Delicious. Very delicious.
We are so far deep in the snow on the boardwalk, but it's so worth it because you get this, which is just wonderful. This is gorgeous, like the reflection of the mountains. This is mental. That sun is trying to poke through a little bit up there, isn't it?
And then I'm very happy.
Yeah, the clouds are clearing up. That's so blue now. That sun is getting really bright now, glowing off the slopes up there. So, we're going to try and head up to Kaindy Lake now, which is the other lake we were mentioning the other day. In order to do that, we need to head back to the car, drive back into that town Sati that we went through yesterday, and then from there, because we can't drive up there in our car, hopefully we can pick up one of these old Soviet, I think they're called marshrutkas. They're like big vans that can take you up to Kaindy Lake. First, I'm gonna climb up there. Oh, it's a bit of a trek to get up here. We're going up the stairs now. What's also amazing is I'm really warm, even in this high altitude, nearly 2,000 meters. But just look at it. It's really clear now. That is just pure blue. Wow, wow, wow.
First time driving in the snow for Tom.
It is, quite frankly, unbelievable.
Yeah. On our way to Sati, where we're going to get the car to Kaindy Lake, which will probably be just as impressive as this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the right.
This is actually probably one of the best views we've seen so far. Alright, so current situation is we didn't have enough cash to pay the guys to take us up the hill to Kaindy Lake. So, because there's no ATMs in this lovely Sati village where you can see the mosque down there, we've now gone to this store. Elliot's gone inside with one of the drivers, and we're gonna basically buy cash from the store. Let's see how they get on. We're not sure what's going on. We didn't manage to get cash, but we might be going up there anyway. A lot of things may be getting lost in translation. But this is the like marshrutka thing that we're going to take up there. That's our view inside the marshrutka. Let's see whether we're leaving or not. Oh, maybe. Oh wow, this is why we can't go up in our car, because this is a dirt track. It's about 12 kilometers, it said. Whoa! We also have no seat belts and no handles to hold on to. Here we go, driving through a river. here, Kaindy?
Можно пешком.
Walk to Kaindy.
Идти.
Okay.
2 kilometers.
2 kilometers.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Буду ждать вас.
Okay.
Bir yarım saat aç.
You're a translator. Right, so we're on our way now. We think to Kaindy. The guys who drove us here, we still haven't paid them, and they said they'll wait here, but we don't know. There's an awful lot of horses in this car park, but we think the path goes sort of up the hill there. All right, we are crossing this bridge. What a place. I don't believe this, man. It's just every view you turn around, and it's so cool as well. I don't know if I mentioned already, but it's about 2 kilometers from that car park. But we've sort of been going up this hill for the whole time. You can see how far we've come up the hill there. There's all the marshrukas in the car park.
That's about 400 meters. We're going 2k.
This is fun. Stunning. Stunning. This is what the path is that we're sort of going up. It is actually just a mud river. The size of this big mountain ahead of us. It's ginormous. You can just about see a snowy peak behind the trees. It keeps on getting steeper. Whee! Let's not fall off a cliff, eh? The view back down the valley is beyond description. For the 100th time this trip, what are we doing? How did we get here? So these guys on horses just told us that we're not far, and it actually starts going downhill a little bit just up here. Come on! It's down there. It's down there. It's going to be really cool. This is really challenging, but it's so beautiful. The lake is just down there. There's actually some stairs right next to it, so let's go and have a look down there, see what we can see. This is nuts. This is nuts. Okay, we've made it, and this is what it looks like. You see all these trees inside the lake. The lake was formed in early 1900s with a big earthquake, and then these trees have just stayed here like ghostly trees. It's incredible. It's amazing how you can see all the reflections of the trees. Just two guys hanging out at the most incredible place. That trek here was horrible.
Worth it though, isn't it?
Yeah, really nice. And it's just so bizarre. They're like sunken ships. Ghost ships. They got an eagle here. Time to start the trek back. Not looking forward to it. Actually, I don't know, a little bit looking forward to it. The views are nice.
Look at the clouds up there. Tom, do you look behind you? Why is that a rainbow?
It is a little bit rainbow, isn't it? We are well and truly on our way now. Look at this. Colours on this spider. It's really large as well. It's probably nearly an inch long. So you can see the path down. Goes there. All the way down. And then there's where we got dropped off. All the way down there. What a view. Such a brilliant, I mean, we've said it so many times. This video is just going to be full of us saying, wow, brilliant, amazing view, this is incredible. We're speechless. This is beyond description. Mountains, rivers, valleys, snow, mud, slipping over. If the YouTube algorithm wants buzzwords, I'm going to put all of these in the hashtags of the video. Leave a comment with your favourite catchphrase of this trip. What's your personal favourite catchphrase so far, Elliot? My one is probably Wow. A good old wow.
Wow-wah-wee-wah.
A good old wow-wee-wah.
They could have used horses in Sharon, you know.
Horses in the canyon. Be like the Last Crusade.
Yeah.
We can ride off into the sunset. What a great way that would be to end a video. The peak of that mountain up there is so cool. So cool. Oh, we're so nearly there. This is like, look at the mud. This is the whole path. Just horses and mountain river smushing it up. We made it back to the car park. Let's see if our guys are still here, hopefully. So once again, Elliot's off to this shop to see if we can get cash for these guys. Apparently they told us there was a deadline to be back for the bus to take us back.
You're
You're a translator. Okay. That got lost in translation, so we might have to pay them a bit extra now. But all will become clear, I think, in the next 5 or 10 minutes. At this rate, I just want to leave Sati and get back to Almaty. Fingers crossed. He's brought us to what I can only assume is his house. Elliot has just gone through that gate in some random back street. Oh man, what a palaver. We ended up having to make an IBAN transfer to one of the guys there, which meant paying about like 70 quid, which was a lot more than we intended, more than double maybe, but you might be able to hear. I'm here with some cows. We were away from the city. The rest of the herd's come up with some dogs and a cowboy. They go off into the beautiful lands of Kazakhstan. Excuse me, can we come through? We're all moving over. Oh my goodness. There's a car coming the other way. Alright, we are finally back on the road after this massive palaver. But 3.5 hours back to Almaty. What about you, Midge? I'm absolutely knackered.
Yes, can't wait for the move to bed. Looking forward to it.
We will see you back in Almaty.
And here we see a man filling his car with petrol.
That is not doing anything.
It is not working. Turns out we had to pay first rather than paying second. So hopefully this is going to start moving. On the way to Bishkek.
Yeah, well, we're not actually on the way to Bishkek, funnily enough. Bishkek being the capital of Kyrgyzstan. We're still in Kazakhstan. We've driven out of Almaty. We are now on our way to Tamgaly, which are basically these Bronze Age like petroglyphs, rock inscriptions. So we've got another nearly 2 hours to go on our journey. Bishkek is just over 200 kilometers away, but we're basically following this road towards it for about 70 of those before turning off towards the Tamgaly Petroglyphs. We were a little bit confused this morning, weren't we, Elliot? Because we were planning to go to what we thought was the Tamgaly Tas Petroglyphs, but turns out the Tamgaly Tas Petroglyphs and the Tamgaly Petroglyphs are two different things. And they're in different places.
Very different places.
So our drive is a little bit longer than we anticipated. So we're gonna hopefully arrive there at maybe 1:30ish and hopefully see ourselves some nice rock inscriptions. Let's go. We're just going through this town of copper and we're crossing over a railway, which is the first we've seen in Kazakhstan. Trains over there with loads of like minerals. And, yeah, look at the side. Wow. Look at that. We've arrived and the car park is consisting of our car, one 4x4, and these two coaches. We are about 70 kilometers from that main road, this side road. We were on the same road the whole time. The one that passed over the trains, passed through a few very small towns, villages basically. Petroglyphs within the archaeological landscape of Tamgaly. So we're about here, aren't we, on the road, and then it's all within this area. Mount Tamgaly up there. So Tamgaly or Tamgaly, there's two different names for it. Maybe we see some eagles again, some snakes. Ooh. We are basically going up this path. It looks like there's some sort of fencing up on the hill. So I imagine we're headed up for a bit of a climb. But the interesting thing is, because we only found out that this was the correct, well, I say correct place, one of the correct places this morning, we don't really know what we're in for, do we?
Absolutely no idea.
We are just aware that there are 3,000-year-old
I think so.
sort of carvings in the rock from the Bronze Age, which is quite cool. Here's our path. You can just not see anything. There's a very small town off in the distance up there, and some farms up there, and then maybe another town that we passed through quite recently. But I say town, it was basically a few buildings in addition to a large farm. Like, we were really remote in the last few days, and now this just seems like, I don't know, is it more remote? Less remote? It seems like it, because there's not really any people here. Just glad it's not snowing, eh?
Yeah.
This is lovely weather. Bright sun is out over the plains. You can see there's like a group of people over there, must be from one of the coaches. Go and see what they're taking photos of. Okay, so I'm now on my phone, which has zoom, but we've seen petroglyphs. You can see some men, and then to the side there's like a horse and maybe another animal, and then below there's another deer. Alright, we're zooming in again. These ones are much clearer. Here's these horses, and then I don't know if they're like goats or sheep or something. So we saw that there's about 111 petroglyphs here, and some of them can be up to like 60 to 70 centimeters in the size. So let's see what we can spot. Here we go. Amazing looking. Like deer, sort of antelope. I think we can get a lot closer to them. Just here, where this tour group is. So when I said 111 earlier, that was just a particular group. We're now looking at group 3, where there's more than 400. So apparently it's sort of meant to look like this, but they're really hard to see. Once you get your eye in, you sort of spot a few. We found the best group yet. We can get up close to them. Look at these. Absolutely incredible. The shapes, they're so well outlined. So this one is apparently a god whose head is the sun. These guys are they're like dancing.
Wow.
And then there's some like animals above them as well. This is how close we are. I'm back on the camera. This one is like a bull, but they've sort of used the striations on the rock to look like fur on the bull. It's sort of like 4,000-year-old artists using stuff like that. It's amazing. Look at this. Horse and rider. Other men underneath. And then up above, there's some more on the rock there. They're all over this bit of the rock. You can actually see down here is a very nice looking horse, but that is because some students 50 years ago decided they'd have a go at imitating the petroglyphs.
Doesn't look quite as good, does it?
Not quite. You can see this rock here is absolutely covered in bulls, people, horses, fallen from up here, resting here. There's a few more sites up here, and apparently there's a burial ground as well. We're going to see what we can see up this path. So we were at site number 3, was that really good one. Now we're at site number 5, which has already some of the similar, sort of antelope-y sort of things. 5 is a good site. Look at this. Some horned thing there. Loads over here. Up under that plant, there's some really clear ones. Some sort of dogs and maybe those ibex again. So yeah, look at all these. Absolutely covered, these rocks. Up there, there's some, yeah, look at these, there's a circle.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. It's a bit of geometry, but those are so clear. They're clear as day. Up there. That bull up here is amazing. I'm so glad we came here. So the other site, this one is called Tamgaly or Tanbali. The other one is called Tamgaly Tas, and the petroglyphs there are early or mid 1600s, sort of obviously a lot more recent. A lot of them are to do with Buddhism. They have the bodhisattva figures, that sort of thing. But these are just a completely different ball game, really. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is incredible. The size of them as well. But even without these petroglyphs, the area is still beautiful. These rocky hills and cliffs and rolling plains. So it says that some of these animals, the horses, the bulls, the boar, even like chariots, things like chariots, are all Bronze Age, and it says 14th to 13th century BC. Some of them are a little bit more recent, first millennia BC, and after that in the Middle Ages as well. Styles from Mongolia, Sakai, Turkic style. See why UNESCO decided to get their hands on it. Right, so now we're at site 4, where, as you can see, we're looking for sun-headed deities. This is the main area of Tamgaly, and they're describing it as like an open-air temple for worshipping whoever the sun deity was. Let's see what we can see up this little staircase. I reckon this looks sort of like a sun-headed deity, doesn't it? Yeah, it does look like a deer, doesn't it? It's massive. And then up there, smaller ones, an archer. The view is just awesome. 2 sun gods, actually 3, because you got this one here, there's a little one in the middle, and then there's this big sort of circle there. Oh yeah, 4, exactly, 4 there. There's tons of them. And then you've got down here all these like people, I guess, yeah, we think maybe worshippers. The whole thing here, look at the like god in the middle with all the dots and then all the people. It's just astounding. Would you look at this? What a path to be walking along. Like the shadow of the clouds over the landscape. It's really nice. This view out here is amazing. Look at down here. Looks like horses being chased by a man on some sort of vehicle. That one looks like it goes back to where we came from. This one seems to be some sort of structure down there. I might go and take a look. It's amazing. It's so quiet here. Burial! Here! I don't know if that communicated to Elliot, but he was over by that little hut. He went off looking for the burial ground, which is what I've found on this path. I've come and found the burial ground. Burial ground number 2 from the Bronze Age, 13th to 12th century BC. I am reading off the sign. Apologies, viewers, but we have 2, by the looks of things, little burial ground things, unearthed in the mid-80s, 1980s that is, inside a Bronze Age burial capsule coffin. 4 boxes in this bit made of stone. Look at that. So they found the remains of the bodies obviously in here, and they're all laid on their left side facing west, and they found like ceramics, bronze jewellery inside here. What do you think, Elliot?
Very impressive.
Very impressive.
Oldest human thing I've probably ever seen.
Yeah, well, I think I agree. I've never seen anything really older that isn't in a museum.
Bones in a museum, possibly.
Yeah, but yeah, speaking of museums, apparently there is one. We might stop by quickly before we head back to Almaty. we might take back what we thought about the oldest thing, because we don't. How old is Stonehenge?
Absolutely no idea even.
This is how old Stonehenge is. You, ladies and gentlemen, will find out by this number right here and this text that says which one is older. So if you come to Tamgaly, this is the thing you're sort of looking for when you turn off on the main road. Can't really miss it, there's nothing else here. Well, we have stopped not far from the place, because we found another burial ground on the side of the road, which we completely missed on the way here. This is the burial ground of Karakuduk II. The same age, same style of tomb. Look at this. Huge. All right, let's go and try and find this museum, because we're not really sure where it is. Might be in the town that way. We're back in the car and we got flagged down by who was one of the tour guides in the group coming back the other way. Her car's up there. So we're following her to the museum. She's gonna lead us around the museum. She said there's a woman that needs a lift somewhere. We're giving a woman a lift, maybe? We don't know where. She said she'll just say stop when we need to stop. Here we go. Here's the museum. Hello.
Are you came from which country?
The UK.
UK, United Kingdom. It's my dream to visit London.
Wow. Hello. Let's go. Let's go to the museum. Let's go to the museum. Ah! No! Hey! Down, boy.
From the Ministry of Culture and Sport in the period of COVID, person who was first found in 1957 the petroglyphs of archaeological landscape of Tamgaly. And as you see, there is a picture, historical picture of burial ground Karakuduk II. In 2004, we include the UNESCO World Heritage List, and after the 2005, we take this original certificate in the
for UNESCO.
This is a historical photo. This is a symbol of our museum.
Yeah.
Sun on a bull. In 13 before centuries, it was a bull. After that, they painting the leg and man. Yeah. It was a man in a horse. Since it's very far from here, there is a burial ground, and that's all.
This is the small town, and you see the mosque there, donkey, that we passed on the way in. So, up there, walking past that lorry of hay, the lady we took for an hour and a bit has just decided that she's getting off here, which seems a bit random, but presumably she'll have another lift, so best of luck to her. We've got another couple of hours back to Almaty, where we will be saying goodbye to our
beloved car.
We've done nearly 1,000 kilometers. It's been a good ride. We made it back to Almaty. We are pizzaing and then we're going to get back to the hotel. But yeah, we've got rid of the car now. All was good. Got our deposit back. Means now we've got 2 more days. We're going to be exploring Almaty city. Thank you for watching. See you later.